waiting a long time to have a chance to get back on the winning track and do so here tonight. One thing that was missing in the losses earlier this week was the production from the bench. It just wasn't there for Milwaukee, trying to help out those 5 starters. But tonight it was, thanks in part to Bobby Portis. He had a big game, and we begin our coverage right there. Go to our post-game report right now as he's standing by with Zora Stevenson.
Bobby, the Hawks had a series of runs in the third quarter, and it seemed like they were just hanging around. What allowed you all to pull away?
Just us coming out, just trying to stay locked in, man. The last two, three games, man, we've been in dog fights. We had some stinkers. Obviously, at Brooklyn, we lost that one, and then at home, we had a stinker against the Lakers. So just trying to stay together, knowing that it's a long season. I think these games are big for us. When teams go on runs, just trying to stay locked in as possible. And, these games are vital.
The bench packed a real punch today, Bobby. You contributed with 21 points. How does the game change when the bench is scoring?
It changes tremendously, man. Coach, over the last, couple of weeks, he's had a lot of trust in us to go out there and do what we do. We have a lot of guys that can fill it up. We have a lot of guys that can put the ball in the hole at a high rate, man. And, I think when our bench is rolling, I think our team's at its best, man. We need to, just to continue to build on tonight and, going forward, to try to stay ready. One thing about the NBA, man, it's a long season. You have to stay ready.
For sure. I noticed that you were nibbling on something on the bench. So
yeah.
The people are wondering, what is the mid-game snack choice?
It's crazy, man. They're called stingers, and I've been eating those since I was in college. Adam Petway, he put me on that. It's my strength and conditioning coach. He works with the Sixers now. He put our whole team on that when I was a freshman, and I credit him, man. Those things really get me going. Hopefully I can get like a little deal from them. So, man, I need some of that, man. I love those for sure, man. They're good.
Is it like a bar? Explain it, because I couldn't get a good look.
They're like energy gummies.
Okay.
Yeah. I love them. I love those to death, man. I eat them before the game, at halftime, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes after the game for a little snack as well.
Good for you, Gummy Bears. Thanks for the time.
I appreciate you.
Back to you, Craig.
Love that. Let's bring in Steve Novak now. What was your snack mid-game to get you to keep going?
I didn't have a mid-game snack. I think that's maybe how I kept this incredible physique that I have now. But I'll be honest, if Bobby Portis brings some of those, I think he's calling them stingers, the gummies up here, Craig, I'm willing to share if he brings a few up here.
I'm going to keep it real simple on the gummy chews, the energy chews right there. That's a great story, and something revealed that we'll all be keeping an eye on here for sure. Hey, but it worked. You had 21 points off the bench for the Bucks. Bench production overall tonight, 41, Steve. They didn't even make it to 20 in either of their last 2 games. They really needed this boost here tonight, and that's where Red Bull comes in for our energy boost, and it comes in the form from the bench.
Absolutely. And look, we joke about the gummies and him having energy and coming up, but the truth is, like you said, if you're going to score 16 points against the Lakers off the bench and 19 points off the bench against Brooklyn, Bobby Portis comes out, has 21 points. Bryn Forbes has 11. DJ Augustine knocked down 3 3-pointers. That is going to be a big deal. There are nights where Giannis isn't going to be scoring all the points, or Chris Middleton. Tonight, Giannis, Chris both did score the ball, but it sure makes it easier on a night like this when the Atlanta Hawks have a couple guys out to have a full team performance. The Bucks have lost their last 2 games. It's certainly good to see everybody getting in on the act, feeling better about their game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Trae Young, Clint Capella were both out, and obviously a key, and they were late scratches before tip time here in this one, Steve. But the Bucks needed to get out and needed to play their brand of basketball. And one thing that we key on that always works for Milwaukee, and they have really good ball control right now and ball distribution, and that assist total was up, especially in the first half where the Bucks really made a statement.
They definitely did. 21 assists at half. They finished with 32 assists, and that just tells you 2 things. The ball is moving, and guys are making shots. When the Bucks are making catch and shoot shots, or they're getting out in transition and getting quality looks like that, where it's nothing off the dribble, not isolation, not having to work too hard. Giannis is getting it in good spots, able to score. Torrey Craig, great to see him back out there. He had missed a lot of time. He was out there scoring the ball, and you saw Marcus and Jim talk a lot about getting the ball in the dunker spot, kind of behind the hoop, where Bobby Portis just got that in addition that's been added to the Bucks offense. So when the assist numbers are high like that, the Bucks are making a lot of shots. Only made 10 3-pointers tonight, but 32 assists definitely tells a lot of the story.
And Capella not in there. The Bucks taking advantage. Their second chance opportunities for Milwaukee. A huge advantage at 18-2. And that's what you need to do in this one. You have obviously a very active Portis coming off the bench. Giannis, Chris Middleton as well. Drew Holiday. They were very, very active on the offensive boards.
They certainly were. And when Clint Capella, the best offensive rebounder, the best rebounder for the Atlanta Hawks, is out, the Bucks know there are going to be opportunities to rebound the ball. There's going to be opportunities to attack the rim offensively. That wouldn't have been there otherwise. Dante DiVincenzo. That's a beautiful dunk. But having a guy missing like that for Atlanta certainly helped them. But you can't blame the Bucks. It's their job to go in there, attack, find opportunities, second chance points, even if it's a tip like that you can't even tell if it was intentional. After you lose two, you'll take what you can get, and the Bucks came out. They attacked. Good things happened, and I think they're very happy to get the win before they go back on the road for 3 games.
Absolutely. 22nd chance points officially for the Milwaukee Bucks here in this one. A win over the Hawks back in the win column. We're going to take a timeout, come back with more here on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Talk about Giannis' game, so close to another triple-double, 2 assists shot. We'll give you all those totals when we continue. Coach Bud on the way as well. Stay with us.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Call Gruber
if he doesn't notch one on his own.
Yeah, certainly. And to see him fill up the stat sheet like he did again tonight is no surprise. When you saw the game start, he immediately, first possession, got himself a bucket. The second possession, I think he ran someone over, got a charge. Definitely didn't care. He was aggressive the whole night. He was either scoring for himself like that, getting all the way to the rack. Chris Middleton, great assist there. Seeing him on the weak side cutting. Defensively, what a block on DeAndre Hunter. And he was dunking on guys himself, too. It was a big-time night for him, but assisting, doing a little bit of everything. When he's dunking the ball like that, when this building is packed full of fans, it's going to be loud with him making plays like that.
Most points in franchise history came in tonight, tied with Marcus Johnson, and he gets his 27 tonight to go over the 11,000-point total. So there you have it right there. Giannis in sole possession of 6th place right now. Bob Dandridge next on the list. So Giannis at that young, tender age, mid-20s, and still on this big list for the Milwaukee Bucks. But outstanding stuff there. Chris Middleton not too far off on what he's done offensively in his career either. Another nice even game for him, 19 points and 7 assists, and he really helped out with those 21 first-half assists the Bucks had. Ball distribution, again, moving nicely through Chris Middleton.
Yeah, certainly, and it feels like you look up at the end of the night and you see Chris Middleton at 21 points, and you're trying to think back.
Some shots and created things for himself. Gallinari got going. They put more shooting out there. We just got to be better defensively, maybe keep the ball in front of us more, foul less. But Atlanta, they executed. They made some tough shots. They hung. They keep playing. They're well coached, and they keep coming.
Obviously, Bobby had 21 tonight off the bench. It feels like in wins, he really gets going, and then in some of the games that you guys have fallen short, he hasn't been able to get going. What do you kind of have to try to do to get it more consistent out of Bobby on a night-in, night-out basis?
I think Bobby is taking everything he can get. It's just the flow of the game sometimes. He gets a lot of baskets without us just really playing through them, and so maybe we play through them a little bit more. But there's just a lot of guys on our team, and I love the way he plays, just kind of in the flow. And some nights it gets to him, some nights it doesn't. I don't know that we want to overwork to make sure he's getting it, but there is certainly a point where he can score and get the ball, and we need to just keep looking for that and maybe integrating it. Same with Brooke.
Jim Ozarski.
Mike, mentioned a little bit earlier with having the ball in Hunter's hands. Obviously, they're second and third league scorers. It's not like you didn't know who they were, but did it change anything with kind of the late? I guess scratches for those guys. I mean, Lloyd, pregame was saying, "Well, I don't know yet." So, did that maybe throw a wrench in some things early?
Certainly we spent a lot of time. We actually kind of went and did our walkthrough, our practice or our prep for Atlanta yesterday. So we spent a lot of time on Trae Young, and he's one of the elite young players in our league. But you have to be prepared and adjust, and Hunter did a nice job. He's a good young player, and we got to be a little bit better, a little bit tougher on him.
I guess as teams go on runs, that's not new, but they didn't have, a 14-4 spurt or anything like that. It was just kind of basket for basket. Is that more frustrating, I guess, for you guys when there just isn't consecutive stops on your end and it's just basket after basket and kind of trading off to a degree? Yeah,
I mean, I think in the opening question, 3 quarters with 30-plus points, that's just 115 total. We need to be a lot better defensively.
Zora Stevenson.
Coach, expanding not just with Bobby, but the entire bench, they had 47 collectively. How does it change the game when they're contributing offensively?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a big boost. I thought that was a big part of us, getting a big early lead.